to be here today. That was really a treat. Okay, so now we are going to be hearing from Congresswoman Suzanne Bonamici, who, yes. She represents Oregon's 1st Congressional District. She chairs the Subcommittee on Civil Rights and Human Services and was recently appointed to the Select Committee on the Climate Crisis. So let's welcome Suzanne Bonamici.
Thank you. Wow, look at this wonderful, beautiful crowd. And what an honor to have Grandma Aggie here. Thank you so much for the words of wisdom from our tribal elders. So meaningful. This is beautiful. What a beautiful sight. It reminds me of I did the Women's March in Washington, D.C. in January 2017. It was an amazing, beautiful crowd, bigger than the inauguration, right? Bigger than the inauguration. I saw amazing signs like I'm seeing here today. Resistance is beautiful, right? One of my favorite signs I saw at the Women's March was, I've seen better cabinets at IKEA. And now look, with people like Secretary DeVos, right? Like Rick Perry running the Department of Energy, and we have people like Scott Pruitt's gone, but now we have Andrew Wheeler, the coal lobbyist at the EPA, right? It is indeed a challenging time in Washington, D.C. Challenging. So we know the president tried to declare this national emergency to build a wall, right? I tell you this, there is a national emergency. His name is Donald Trump. And if you're looking for a silver lining, look at all of the women and men and allies who are marching and who marched back then and who ran for office and are running for office. What a difference it makes. And they ran for office because they know that healthcare is a right, not a privilege for the wealthy. They ran because they know that climate change is real and we must take action. They ran because they do not accept or approve of the attacks on our immigrant community and on refugees. And they ran because they know that the Congress under total Republican control and this administration are bad for our country and bad for our planet. And look what happened. They won. They won at the local level and they won across the country, and they are already making a difference. Really, they're making a difference. My colleague, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez from New York, right? Galvanizing a national movement on taking action, bold action to address the climate crisis. Are you ready for a Green New Deal? They ran because they care about gun violence in our communities. Lucy McBeth from Georgia tragically lost her son to gun violence. She took her grief and turned it into action. Now she represents a district in the state of Georgia, and she helped lead our efforts just this week to pass universal background checks and close the Charleston loophole. These women are making a difference. Amazing colleagues. Now, she's not new. She's in her second term, but my amazing colleague, Representative Pramila Jayapal, who's Rockstar's sister, you'll hear from in just a minute. Yeah! Representative Jayapal leading the efforts on Medicare for All because she knows that everyone deserves access to health care in this country, the United States of America. The women are running and they're making a difference, and I tell you, it makes a difference to have women around the table. In our Education and Labor Committee, we just had a hearing and passed the Paycheck Fairness Act because women deserve equal pay for equal work, right? It makes a difference because women's voices will tell this country, women need to make their own decisions about if and when to have children. And women know that economic security means equal rights for women and equal rights for all. So it does make a difference to march, it makes a difference to run, it makes a difference to have voices heard. So thank you all for being here today, for marching and for running and for making a difference.